So this is a little memory jog of how to write an inequality if you're given a graph. And so you're going to notice in this first example that the number 5 is graphed by a circle around the 5 and it's open. So that means that because it's open, it's not equal to 5. And because the graph is shaded to the right, all the numbers that are bigger than 5 are graphed to the right. So that means if you were to write an inequality using this particular graph, you would say we're just going to use the letter X, even though you can use any variable you want for this particular Google form. X is going to be the one you're going to want to use. And so even though it doesn't matter again, for the purposes of this Google form, the variable will always go on the left side. So we're looking for a value. It's not equal to 5, so you don't need the little equal sign underneath the greater than or equal to symbol. And then because you're graphing everything that's bigger than 5, that means you'll write it as X is greater than 5. And again, the reason for that is because 5 is kind of like the landmark. The circle is an open circle, which means there's no equal to sign underneath. And the graph is shaded to the right, which means you're shading all the numbers that are bigger than 5. So again, the inequality here is going to be X is greater than 5. The second example is similar. The circle, or the coordinate is what it really is. Sorry, I shouldn't say circle. The coordinate is open, which means, again, it's not equal to 5. And instead of being shaded to the right, like it was the last time, now it's shaded to the left. So instead of greater than, now we're talking about numbers that are less than 5. So if you were going to write an inequality for this, it would be X is less than 5, because you're shading to the left, which means you want this inequality to represent anything that is less than 5. In this next example, you'll notice it's a little different because the coordinate is actually filled all the way in, which means that X could be actually equal to 5. And then you'll notice again that it's shaded to the right of 5, which still means greater than. So the only difference between this and the first example is that now it's still going to be that X, I didn't mean to change that X is greater than 5, but because the coordinate is now filled in and still, instead of left as an open circle, it means that X can also be equal to 5. So if you were going to write that as an inequality, it can be X is greater than or equal to 5. And by the same idea, the last one, you'll notice once again, it's filled in. So X could be equal to 5. And then it's shaded to the left, which means that X could be less than or equal to 5. So if you were going to write an inequality to represent this number line, X could be less than or equal to 5.